She showed up at my house screaming, "Am I the a-hole for making my husband's groomswoman wear a wig or be disinvited from our wedding?" I was 24 years old when my fiancé and I started planning our wedding. We had been together for over 5 years, and I was excited to finally create the fantasy wedding I had always dreamed about. The theme was going to be a Renaissance-style fantasy wedding, almost like something out of Dungeons and Dragons. We had plans for outdoor ceremonies, colorful decorations, and even a fun green screen photo activity where guests could choose magical backgrounds like castles, dragons, and fantasy worlds. My friend Bree professionally does photography and editing for Renaissance festivals, so this was something I was really excited about. But one person became a major problem. My fiancé had a longtime friend named Brittany. They had known each other since they were children. Years earlier, when my fiancé and I first started dating, Brittany had caused a lot of issues. She would show up to our dates, accuse him of cheating on her, and even tried to interfere when I was meeting his family. Eventually, my fiancé distanced himself from her. Years later, she got therapy and seemed like she had changed. She apologized for her past behavior, and I encouraged my fiancé to reconnect with her. I wasn't close with her, but I was willing to move forward. When my fiancé asked if she could be a groomswoman at our wedding, I agreed. That is, until we discovered a problem with her hair. Brittany had dyed her hair bright lime green. And honestly, I loved it. It looked great on her. The problem was our green screen. When we tested it, her hair blended directly into the background. In every photo, her hair created a glitch effect where parts of it disappeared or messed up the image. My friend said she could fix the photos manually, but it would take a huge amount of extra editing time and cost hundreds, possibly over $1,000, depending on how many pictures Brittany appeared in. Since our wedding budget was already tight, I asked Brittany if she would consider wearing a wig just for the wedding. I even offered to pay for a professionally styled wig. She immediately became upset. She said her hair was part of her identity and that asking her to cover it was like asking her to hide who she was. I explained that I wasn't asking her to change her hair permanently. I actually liked her hair. I just needed a solution for a photo activity that relied on green screen technology. I offered other compromises. She could skip the green screen photos. She could pay for the extra editing herself. But she rejected every option. When she found out the editing could cost around $100 per photo, she said Bree's prices were unreasonable and that we should just pay the extra money. My fiancé and I didn't agree. The issue wasn't that we couldn't afford it. The issue was that we didn't want to spend thousands of dollars on extra editing for one person's photos. Eventually, my fiancé told her that if she refused to find a solution, she would no longer be part of the wedding party and could be uninvited. He said he wanted her there, but he didn't want her creating drama over a wedding activity. She became extremely upset and accused me of trying to control her. She claimed I was abusing my position as the bride and that I just didn't want her included. Then things got much worse. Update, 6 days later. Brittany found my post online and confronted me about it. She called me names, threatened legal action, and accused me of trying to ruin her life. My fiancé blocked her, and I blocked her as well. The next morning, I woke up to dozens of missed calls from a number I didn't recognize. They were from Brittany. She left voicemails saying I was taking my fiancé away from her and that she deserved to be with him. Then she showed up at our house. She demanded that I let her inside because she said it was her right to be with my fiancé, not me. She started kicking at the door and refused to leave. I called the police. When they arrived, she claimed the house belonged to her and that I was the one who was trespassing. After I showed proof that I owned the home, she was taken away, and I filed for a no-contact order. At that point, I realized this was never really about the green screen. The hair and pictures were just what triggered something much deeper. After everything happened, I started questioning whether I even wanted the giant fantasy wedding anymore. Update, over 18 months later. I ended up getting married, but not with the huge Renaissance wedding I originally planned. After everything with Brittany, the wedding stopped feeling exciting and started feeling stressful. Then something unexpected happened. After years of struggling with pregnancy issues, I found out I was pregnant. Suddenly, what mattered most to me was peace, family, and happiness. So instead, we had a smaller winter wedding inspired by the magical ending of Nanny McPhee. It was intimate, beautiful, and honestly became the wedding I didn't know I needed. And yes, we still did the green screen photo activity. My friend Bree changed the theme to winter and Christmas backgrounds, and everyone loved it. People made hilarious photos with snowy castles, Christmas villages, and fantasy scenes. The activity that caused all of this drama ended up being one of the biggest hits of the wedding. As for Brittany, her parents were invited to the reception because they had always treated us well and apologized for everything that happened. During the reception, they told us something disturbing. After Brittany entered psychiatric treatment, her parents discovered she had apparently been stalking my husband for years. They found folders full of pictures of him, including photos taken without his knowledge and edited images involving him. After learning that, we decided to move away and start over somewhere else. Thankfully, the restraining order situation ended, and we have had no contact with Brittany since. My husband struggled with losing someone he thought was a lifelong friend, but he never stopped protecting our relationship and our family. And now we are focused on something much happier. Our daughter Caroline Evangeline is on the way. Looking back, the wedding changed completely, but maybe it changed into exactly what it was supposed to be. So tell me, am I the a-hole